here with Eric Holt. How good does it feel to feel sponsored right now?
Oh man, it feels great. I mean, honestly, so much pressure is lifted off my chest because I run as if this is my last ever race, and this could be my last ever season, and I have to move on because like every season I have like absolutely no money in my bank account. So now to do a sport where I actually gain money, I get free gear. I mean, what's better than that? Do what you love and get paid for it. I couldn't ask for anything better in my life. And, you know, thank you. And I feel, honestly, I feel like a man in my life that I can support myself. And I feel like this is going to lead to better changes in my life, to be, you know, a better person, a better boyfriend, better everything, you know. And I'm so happy that Puma rolled the dice on me and gave a 29-year-old man a chance to prove himself to be a professional track and field athlete. I'm so grateful because I honestly was kind of pessimistic in my life that, you know, oh man, no one ever gives me a shot. Like, can someone just give me a shot? I don't have to worry about where I get my, you know, if I have enough money in my bank account the next month. Like, do I have to quit this and do a normal job? Like, that would be awesome. All I wanted to do in my life since I was 5 years old was be a professional athlete and to do a sport that I enjoy to do every day, get paid, and represent a brand like Puma. Like, what else could I ask for? I'm living my best life. I'm at trials. I just qualified for the next round, and if I can just get out a little harder, I think I can make a final team. And you know, I'm doing what I love in my life, and I'm over the moon. I'm a 10 out of 10 happy.
How much have you run in those shoes? Is that the first time you've laced them up?
Second time, you know. I was a little nervous. They felt good. I was like, oh, I hope the Puma shoes are fast, and they are fast. It's just like, they're great shoes, and you know, I usually only wear Nike, but I'm glad to represent a brand like Puma. They have great shoes. Hell, the Usain Bolt ran a 9.58 in them. So they're fast enough for me in the 800. They feel fast. I feel like I can make an Olympic team in them. I'm gonna be, you know, smart. I'm gonna run to enjoy running. I'm gonna get out hard, and I'm gonna do whatever I can to make that finals. And we'll see, you know, hopefully I make the finals, you know, on I think Saturday or Sunday.
When you put the suit on and like look in the mirror, what did that feel like?
Honestly, I was like, dang, I look like a superhero, man. I look sick. It was funny. I forgot my speed suit yesterday, and I was like, where's my speed suit? Like, where's my speed suit? Like, where is it? But I found it, and not only that, look at this. I get to represent Empire. I didn't want to leave and abandon all the people that made me good, my community. I didn't want to leave them, say, bye, I'm moving to whatever. I wanted to say, hey, listen, I'm going to be professional, but I'm going to represent Empire, represent my hometown, and I hope I can inspire my teammates to get a shoe deal as well while representing Empire. And who knows, maybe more of my teammates can represent Puma, and maybe down the line Puma can represent Empire. That would be even a better dream. I mean, but I am perfectly happy with Empire representing me, and I get to represent Empire. Can I ask for anything better? I feel like I'm about to wake up, you know? Honestly, there was a time in my life I didn't think this would ever happen. I didn't think I would ever be sponsored, and then I was gonna tell my kids, like, I almost got sponsored. But I'm like, well, I actually did it. This is insane. It's like, I mean, I can't believe I did it.
How did this come about? How did it all come together?
You know, I would say the New York Grand Prix, you know, almost beating Jake Whiteman, beating Hobbs Kessler. I proved that I was good enough, you know, to be a pro. All the races I've ever done. And eventually, you know, Puma said they were interested. You know, at one point we thought it was a 50-50 shot, but it came through. Puma said, we like you, we want you to represent Puma. And I was like, hey, can I stay in New York? Can I represent Empire? And they said yes, and it was the easiest decision I ever made in my life. I'm like, let's do it. Let's do it. I want to prove to John Trotman, my coach, that I'm not going to abandon him just because I got good at running, just because I got successful. He believed in me. My first ever practice, he told me I could run a 352 mile when my PR was only 358. And I want to still represent him and represent my team, the state I'm proud of, New York.
For other guys who are out there working hard, looking to get sponsored, what advice would you give to any other unsponsored athletes?
Honestly, don't do running because you're trying to make money. Don't do running because you want to have, like, you want to be popular. Do running for the right reasons. Do running because you love running. Do running because you want to inspire others. Do running for the right reasons. Do it for glory. Don't do it because you're trying to be rich. Do it because you love. If you could wake up any day of your life and be like, what do I want to do with my life? And you're like, I want to run track, then that's the reason you want to do it. And, you know, for me, I was getting into an age where I need to, unfortunately, I need to support myself. I need to make money for my family, my girlfriend. I need to show people that I'm a capable human being. And for a while, I was working and running. And finally, now I get to run and make money. And, you know, now I'm thinking about coaching. I got other sponsors. I'm like, wow, I finally did something. I stuck with it, and now it's paying off. And, you know, for all the unsponsored athletes, it took until 29 for me to make it. And I want to inspire them. If I can make it at 29 and you're 25, 26, still got 3 more years. So keep on doing it, and do it because you love it. If you're doing it for that reason and people support you and you're a good human being, I'm sure good things will happen.
So social media is a big factor in sponsorship now. A lot of folks getting sponsored that maybe aren't as quick as other people, but they have huge impacts, huge followings on social media. Can you comment on that at all? Do you think that's a factor?
Oh, 100%. I mean, I made an interview where I was telling the truth. Like, I was sick of paying for my own gear. I was sick of, you know, beating the world champion by less of a 10th of a second. And I'm like, dude, I had to pay for everything, you know? And I basically was saying that, you know, I was sick of doing so well and I have to pay for my own gear. You know, honestly, I just wanted like gear or something small. But the fact that a team like Puma like said, hey, now we're gonna give you gear, we're gonna give you some money so you can take care of yourself, you can own your own place. We wanna, like, we're inspired by you. And, you know, for me, social media made me go from like not that popular to having a lot of reception. And to be honest, I'm so privileged. I never thought I'd be this popular, you know, just doing running. People were very inspired from me. And, you know, I was like, man, like, I quit the sport 4 years ago and I was done. This was like during COVID. I was totally done running. And I remember thinking, I'm like, oh man, like, maybe if, like, in hindsight, I chose a different school, different college, or did this or that. Maybe if I tried harder when I was in high school. But then, you know, Trotman showed me, you're not old, let's do this, you'll be sponsored. And it took me 4 more years from 25 to 29, and I finally did it, and I couldn't be any happier.
Eric, people have been calling you the people's champion. And after being a little disappointed in the 1500, you now have all the 800 rounds. Are you feeling good going into these 800 rounds? And what do you think you're going to be able to do in this new race?
You know, I got out a little slow today. I didn't get out that fast in the 800. So I'm like, I'm happy it was the first round. I'm like, we got to get a little harder, Eric. Let's get out a little like faster in the first lap. But, you know, I didn't feel that hard. I mean, luckily 147 didn't feel that hard, but I'm like, you know, I think in the 1500, I was so nervous because I was like, this is it. This is my career. This could be like the last month of running my life. And now with Puma, I have the ability to continue running, to support myself. And, you know, I feel like in the 8, there's so much weight lifted off my chest. I'm accomplished. And tomorrow, I'm like, honestly feel so much less nervous. Tomorrow, I just got to get out a couple seconds faster. And I know if I'm within range, if I run my heart out, I can make a finals. And that's what I plan on doing.
Eric, what would you tell your girlfriend that you got sponsored?
You know, she's so happy. And to be honest, she doesn't put any pressure on me. You know, she's very financial. She does really well financially. You know, I feel so privileged because she does well in life. And she always tells me if I make money or not, she'll be happy. But I know deep down I have to do well financially. And now that I finally made it, you know, I can, you know, take her out to dinner. I can be a better boyfriend. And, you know, I don't have to worry so much about the future. I can now do what I love. And now I feel like I get into this next chapter where I can continue to make more business decisions in my life, be more financially well off. It just relieves so much burden. Because to be honest, I sometimes feel insecure. You know, I don't like having only a few $100s in my bank account, and to be in a position where I'm now like, you know, I'm in a position like, wow, like I can now do this and that. Like I don't have to worry about buying gear. I don't have to worry about, you know, going out to dinner as much. Like I now have a lot more money, and this is a great spot to be in. I don't have to worry about quitting running and getting a normal job. Like I'll maybe get a job on the side and continue running, but it just relieves so much burden, so much stress, and I don't have to like worry about going out to eat as much. And just the small things like that, it just, I'm so happy and so relieved. And like, I honestly think next year will be the best year of my life. I can finally like see friends, get on flights. I don't have to worry about, you know, being worried about paycheck to paycheck. Like it's a great feeling, and I could not be any happier.
You're 29 in your prime. Good luck in the rest of the meet.
Thank you. Appreciate it.